Okay. Who the heck wants to recap last session?
Can't be me.
What the fuck happened last session?
Nilo.
died.
Or me.
Nilo. Nilo, what
Alright,
happened last session?
Okay, so we. I don't remember the last bit if it was even the last bit
You
because
started
we went down.
in the tavern, didn't you?
No.
Oh, that was
no.
the
We
day
started.
So
Yeah, we literally just sort of started on 5th floor essentially.
we found Otari's
So, we
dead
did all
body, and
Oh,
then we
yeah.
decided to go ahead and yes, let's go ahead and return his soul to his other part of his soul that also wanted to murder us.
You
We
seem to
managed-
got this. You can do this.
Yeah, it's it. Go and tell it.
After whatever the hell is the BDSM scenery of the Jibby Mouthers, the Basilisk, and then God knows what the hell Jeff is.
He's a good boy. Good boy.
What's he doing? His best.
His best. All we could ask for.
He was doing something, that's for sure.
Uh,
So we went ahead and wasted some potions, unfortunately, and then saw Nilo get crit again.
Twice.
Did you get crit twice? I swear to God, you only got crit once.
Maybe it was once, but it was like close on a second one.
Yeah, it was one away, I think. Nilo did crit though. No, Nilo crit them.
Yeah,
That's what it was.
Yeah. But was still alive, and we managed to take down the thing, surprisingly. So, even though it's what was about 4 times our size, and then, honestly, I think that's about it. To be honest,
You'll basically spent the entire session, finding out about the arena, then going to the arena, finding the arena, and then fighting what's in the arena. And
Yeah.
we are going
Sometimes.
to
Jeff
do...
is a cool dude.
Yeah, Jeff and his 35 faces.
And one female face. But yeah.
She was there as the
Jeff-
token.
Jeff is a cool dude until you go ahead and accidentally stumble over his comic book collection.
I was just token. I was the token female of the group. I wasn't supposed to be this far, and now I'm here. Oh, jeez, guys.
I feel like Jeff needs to be liberated from there.
You want to release Jeff into the above?
No.
That's
We're
not
talking
what I mean by that, and you know that.
How many?
To
So,
say.
how many faces can it acquire? It's like, what's gonna get more, the ghouls or the faces on Jeff? Which is gonna increase in number faster?
Oh, gosh.
I don't know. That cult's kind of moving like bullet train
Yeah,
speed
it's
right
moving.
now.
So fun fact, whether or not this is the actual amount. Fun fact, if we agreed, which at this rate, after learning more about the goals, if we agreed that 1/4, it's like one out of every 4 goals is smart, which we were proven otherwise, but 1 out of every 4, we get to see that 1 out of every 4. That's how many we see. There's 72.
About 72 ghouls.
I do want to say, right? If we just lock them in a room, right, where I could just look into through like a peephole or something, I can always just incinerate them.
Yeah, what about
You
that?
know,
So,
at this rate,
so that would be all
You
the
just-
ones in there. Now, keep in mind, you have to still deal with the other 60 that then realizes that their leader died, and you don't know where those other 60 are.
This fucking
Yeah.
pain in my ass. Is what
yeah,
it
we
is.
got
It
big
could be-
problems, and we're figuring out. Okay, we can't fight them because that's not an option anymore, at all.
Cut the head off of the leader, and then they all fall apart into factions and start infighting, and then they just kill each other.
I would hope that, but I doubt it.
Maybe we can convince them to
And-
actually fight each other.
You haven't found out who the leader is yet.
Yeah, and I'd only put in a word for me to see them. not really us. I just sort of said me.
So the thing about pyramid schemes is if you kill the one of them on the lower rung, it just gives more power to the one at the top, which then allows them the opportunity to make more.
We killed leader and then become the leader.
Exactly. That's what was going to be my next suggestion.
I must say, I don't think I'm very enthusiastic of becoming a leader of a bunch of ghouls.
Did you see what level ghouls go up to?
They seem pretty chill, honestly.
The highest CR ghoul is level CR 13, I think.
Why?
Yeah, there we go. Here it is. So, a ghoul razor claw is the highest CR ghoul that you can obtain. Is a ghoul razor claw at CR 13.
Well, time to go ahead. Does anyone have any will that they would like to write before the next session?
So, like, see, the thing is, y'all met them at level 3, so there was, like, 4 level 1s in the level 3. And then there was, like, 8 level 1s, and now there is a total of 15 level 1s, 3 level 3s, and 1 level 5.
I'm gonna be honest, I think we can take them out.
I do not believe we can take them out.
I think we can take them out. I think it would be very difficult, but I think that we can take them out.
I think we could take them out to dinner, but that's as far as that's
yeah,
gonna go.
That's what I was thinking.
I don't think that we should take them out to dinner.
Take them out to dinner, tell them, hey, you want to join this war?
So, what's funny is at level 7, you guys should technically have access to the Barnacle Ghoul. Y'all are on a lighthouse. Barnacle Ghoul. Who said their leaders inside the tower? Their leader's like, oh, you want to see the leader? Oh, well, the actual leader, the one that we actually follow, is actually underneath the entire ocean floor. You know, outside of the lighthouse.
I do think that throwing a pizza party is not a good idea.
Why not?
So,
pizza makes everyone happy.
Why is it so chubby? Why does it have a beer belly? So this is a Barnacle Ghoul, by the way. This is a Barnacle Ghoul. This is the CR9.
Oh, I love him.
Because he's bloated as fuck.
That's a Barnacle's. Barnacle.
Have you ever seen a dead
Man
body
just
that
looks
soaks in water?
That is such a
Not gonna
gruesome
lie.
question.
Like, how...
Okay.
It's like all the blood on him honestly just looks like he accidentally, like, reached over his shoulder, like, scratched his back and got hurt by himself.
That one chick in high school who's always eating Takis.
Bloom, I'm pretty sure that someone who is polluting the water.
That's someone doing their first ever nail painting.
So what's funny is he has an ability that can literally, it's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna create water in their lungs. This guy has that ability.
He has the funny thing? No.
He literally has an ability called Fill Lungs, where stage 4 is literally drowning.
That's terrifying.
Sounds great.
If the creature dies from drowning, it rises as a Barnacle Ghoul the next midnight.
Yeah, make sure that you go ahead and burn
but what
my body.
So many non-elf creatures. I love how all these abilities say non-elf creatures.
Yeah.
The school society, all the society.
I still hate how accurate that was. That was funny.
And now that we have the recap underway, we're going to do a little bit of a time skip. We're going to assume that it is the next morning, and then we're going to go back to the previous day. But Neva is going to roleplay returning Joel to the Druids, and then Neva can have their final character arc with the Druids. So, as time forward skipping, it is the morning after you get back to town and all of the chaos that happened when you got back to town, and you managed, after all the fires have been quelched, Neva's now over at the they would decide to take Joel over to the stone ring pond along with the letter that Nilo gave them. And upon seeing the, I will say you kind of get over to about right here, but you see Joel being very hesitant about stepping forward any further than he already is.
What's wrong, big guy?
Uh-oh.
It's been 30 years since I've last hunted in the town. And the druids, I don't know. They say they forgive. What if it's just a ploy? What do they really mean? I don't know what it means. I've been so far away from society.
Come on, you know they wouldn't do that. They love you.
See him clutching the item that you gave him earlier, as he kind of has his own little druid sash looking thing made of various leaves and vines, and he kind of seems to be holding it almost in a revering way, as he kind of is just kind of holding it. Is like, I know what I think, but I also think like a monster sometimes. I know those thoughts aren't mine, so I don't know what are my own and what am onto my thoughts.
Neva's going to... I'm assuming she's riding on his shoulder, right?
Yeah.
She's gonna pat him on the shoulder and say, hey, no matter what happens, I'll be by your side, okay?
Your group
You'll
has been
still have one friend in the world.
Your group is the first thing I've seen in 30 years. Since that fateful night that I've had to live off of bugs and fish and all creatures of the tower. I've been there for 30 years. My hair's grown wild. My body's grown weak. And I just still hunt like it's nothing else in the world. And I'm still plagued by this. I don't know how I could ever... I don't even know what to do when the full moon comes again.
We'll deal with that bridge when we cross it, I promise. We already know, we already have a plan. You'll find a safe place to stay, and we'll learn how to control your powers. I'll stay with you.
The druids would... I know the druids would welcome you too. Your affinity to the magic of the air and to the water seems above that I've seen. And is at level with the druid leader himself. You'd be welcome as another member here. I know it. I believe it. It's been so long, but if they haven't changed, then at least maybe they've changed for the better. I don't know if I have.
You have. Look at you. You've already grown so much. You've started to understand yourself. You started to learn about yourself. And you're starting to take steps towards being a better person. And that's all that matters.
You see the Moon just come over and you kind of see Joel having his hand kind of dangling down to the right side of him, and you just see the wolf just come up behind him and brush their entire body underneath his arm. And it just kind of rests his palm on the back of the wolf, as you just kind of see, he lets out a long sigh and says, "Yes, little one. Let's go back and see, well, not going back, but returning." And he'll start to step forward to the druid circle, along with the wolf standing beside him. And upon seeing the Joel returning, the druids, the druid bears all kind of one of them spots him, and then you just hear almost a guttural this guttural sound, which to other people may sound almost aggressive, but it's just it's such a deep level of joy that it is hard to understand unless you know them. But you just hear this deep, almost growl from them, but they seem to be smiling as he lets out a long, howl and resemblance of Joel, and you just see a bunch of different druids coming from like the woods in their various areas, some holding various plant life, some seem to be tending to a small little garden outside the pool, and all of them just kind of surround as they see you, Neva, and Joel, and everyone together along with the wolf. The wolf is definitely very overwhelmed right now, as you see his tail kind of tucked between his legs and his ears down, as it is in very new territory and it's not really knowing anyone. But all of them kind of begin to crowd around as you see everyone joining together, and they seem to just have this almost long howl as you see Joel do so in return as well. That is a mix of between sorrow and pleasure itself. That just the sight of seeing such magic, and then also having the sorrow of the years that were lost to time itself.
I guess I'll howl with them.
You, as a small little sprite pixie, lifts up your head, and for some reason you feel like, you probably can't, do the biggest howl in the world. But you kind of feel as from the pool itself, a little bit of almost like water begins to condense around you. And you feel like a mixture between the air and the water combined. And it forces like a howl out of you that you didn't even think possible, as it almost harmonizes in perfect sync with him. Despite being such a small body, it's almost as if the wind itself has created the voice you need to howl. With that, after the long howling session, the leader looks at you, Neva, and he's gonna say this. I didn't think, little one, that you were actually. I thought I wasn't sure if you were getting our hopes up, or this was some elaborate fey trick. But you have shown us this is not the case. You've shown us this is actually real. And if all this is really real, you just can't. You just see him kind of let out almost like a laugh cry a little bit as he kind of wipes away these waters from his eyes and says, I don't know how we could ever repay you, little one. And we fear the town will not accept him, as we haven't been able to prepare for that. We don't know if we can hide him any longer here, but we wish we would do whatever we can.
We need to find a place that's far away from society, where Jarl can figure out stuff on his own.
I'm not gonna interrupt.
One of them ends up mentioning a place on a map. Let me find the map. They mention an old place called the... Yeah. Oh, I gotta pull resolution image. They mention an old place called the Immenwood. An old forsaken forest that almost nobody really sees these days. But there's some mountains just to the north of the Immenwoods. And with the druid's help, they say that we feel as though we could probably, with enough preparation, we could take him to the caves and the mountains over past the Immenwood. And there should be plenty of room to find and maybe find where he can find something there to call home for a few days.
Neva's gonna nod excitedly and say, yeah! And he won't have to be alone. I want to go with him.
You would do that after all the stuff you've done so far. You would then lower yourself to actually be with some of us. You are so destined for much greater than just us in our little small circle here.
I feel it's my purpose to help people. And I think Jarl is the first person for me to help. And I want to help him. I don't want to leave him alone.
Then, my dear, you may stay for as long as you ever want. You have done more for us than we could ever ask in entire lifetimes over. You are welcome here, and not only welcome, but we are happy, and we are overjoyed to see you here. Thank you for staying, and we'll make sure to help you with your elemental magics, and we'll show you the ways as much as we can. It's the least we can do. Maybe we can all actually have everyone together once again, and with a new addition. And you kind of look over to your owl and your little corgi that is also following. Didn't really get brought up very much, but the corgi's here too. You see the corgi.
exists.
Yeah, the corgi's jumping and darting around the bears. You see like super speedy little corgi that seems to jump, and the corgi just jumps directly into the pool. Just jumps directly into the pool. And the owl lands on the shoulder of the druid leader. And with that, you now have a found family for Neva, after you leaving the Fey Realms to find out what society meant in the real world. You have now found a family instead. And that ends the story of Neva, the owl, and Docel, the corgi.
I forgot the corgi had a name.
I can only have so many tokens on the map.
I always forget the corgi, and then I would look at her sheet and be like, oh yeah, she's supposed to be like riding a corgi this whole time.
You decided to ride an owl instead.
So the corgi was just kind of chilling, yeah.
The corgi was just always there, always watching.
If there's one thing I'm looking forward to, it's a lot less tokens to keep track of.
That was a little bit, I'm like, I could not have 3 tokens. But that is the end of Neva's story. And with that, we now bring us to the actual time of events. It is right after the fight. Nilo, very battered and bruised, but convincing Otori, who is now whole, and he actually is now over here. Otori, who is now whole with the soul that has left the soul gem. You now have once again an empty soul gem, and with this soul gem, Neo, you now kind of feel almost like a coldness, where there was a warmth that the soul gem provided. Whenever Otori's in there, that it was just the feeling of like life itself. Now you just hold nothing more than the feeling of a cold rock in your hand, as you convince the Otori to now join in the fight to protect the town that for the past 500 years has honored him, and now in return he will now honor them with his newfound strength, and he will stand guard in the city of Otari.
Yeah.
I like to laugh at the idea that they're just like, who the hell's Otari?
Right.
So, well, that seemed to deal with that problem. Leans over and looks at Jeff. Hey, Jeff.
Hello.
So, kind of looks up at Atari. Her head's like rolling back and back. You good up there?
There is Bloom finally coming up the stairs after being completely left downstairs during the fight. Let me grab some.
Looks over at Nilo, pulls out some fish bones and some vine. Just gives like the eyes meme. Just want me to heal you?
Yes.
Come here.
Eh.
Come here.
So are we still down here, or?
Yep, this is the previous night.
Okay. All right.
Oh my god, I hate when I do that.
Boom. 23 health to Nilo.
Should we recuperate ourselves? Or
I got you,
time
baby.
to smash this, right?
Yay! I'm at a little bit more than half health.
Let me grab.
Yeah, Bloom comes in and just starts, like, your, like, stomach is gashed open, and Bloom's like, that just puts some moss on it, and then sews it up after the moss has been soaked, and then, like, takes the
You'll be
bloodied
fine.
moss and, like, pitches it to the side, and just kind of looks at Nilo. I'm gonna need more moss here soon.
Yeah. We'll
Also,
really
we might-
get that later.
Oh, yeah.
We also need some other, like, small bones for the sewing aspect of your flesh.
All right.
Dude.
Yeah, I am the only one that probably doesn't know this, right?
Bloom, give me that perception check. You may or may not have talked for you.
Aha! A plus 13. Get fucked up.
Bloom, you are the only one that actually notices.
Hell yeah.
Oh no.
You sense a little tingle of electricity that seems to send a shiver over your entire body, as even though you're a plant, you just feel a little bit nauseated for like about 6 seconds, and then it seems to wash back away from you, as if it was never there in the first place.
You ready, Bloom?
You know how you sometimes get just like a really ominous feeling that something bad's about to happen?
That never happens.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What
had one.
Oh.
I don't know what it was, but I
Maybe
just,
maybe if you ignore it, it'll go away.
That's not how that works.
I don't normally have tingles. Kind of leaves or rustle with her fingers when she does that. So I'm not.
Well, should we go ahead and go somewhere then?
Welcome to the arena!
Hey, Otari, did we ever loot your vault? Or is that because Jeff's in the way? Does Jeff protect the vault?
That's a good question.
I don't know, but I feel like we should just go back this way.
Did we go into the vault?
The vaults are actually,
He actually came
not.
out this way.
So yeah, that's actually just the hallways. Oh, silly, that's not the leadway to the vaults. That's just where the arena gladiators go to then freshen up before their big battles. Like we.
Oh, there's a lot of pots in there. Okay, well, we'll skedaddle then.
Welcome to the arena.
Where did I get that vibe check from?
Arena. Inside of your body.
I did. Wait, what?
It's
Yes. It didn't come from outside. It came from you yourself.
Bloom, the seed of evil.
Yeah, what? Okay, let's move. Yeah.
Oh, you're right, Bloom. You seem to
I
be...
don't want to be here at the moment.
You don't want to be here?
I no longer want to be here.
Do you want
And
to
she just starts waddling.
We're going back upstairs, I'm guessing? Alright, I guess we are.
You
don't
can
know.
stay here. The others are up ahead. They're fighting the arena boss right now. Or at least I think one of them.
I'm sorry, what?
What?
You
who's-
hear what sounds to be several mouths speaking in unison coming from the entrance where the stairs are.
Let's go all the way over there. and see what
Wait,
this
no,
is
wait.
about.
Wait, stop.
Yeah?
No,
Yeah, the other heroes,
no. Back
they're
up.
finishing
Back
up
out.
already. Just go
What
on
do you mean
ahead.
back up?
You can go ahead. Maybe if you catch her fast enough, you
Oh.
can see the grand battle in the arena.
Where is it?
What-
Which
Oh, I would
direction?
back
love
up.
Yes.
to.
I don't know. Somebody's
Which-
coming.
You
Which
two
direction?
stay
Hey,
You
I'm
just-
sure it's fine.
right this way, dear. I think
I
they must have made their way down to here. I noticed the lack of, well, werewolf on the 4th floor.
I do not know where right this way means, by the way.
Somebody's coming down the hall.
Ophelia, you
What?
start finding your way down what seems to be a familiar hallway, though only in passing, as if you remembered it from some time ago. And right behind you is your two new friends that you made on the way down.
God fucking damn it.
Down the end of the hallway,
You just see a Teriel just saying, God fucking damn it.
you see what looks to
God
be
damn
a
it.
giant bone golem, and as well as what looks to be a vampire cat person looking thing, a very clearly something with made of skin, and then a masked hooded figure. And Nilo,
Oh.
you now looking down. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, hello, hello, hello again.
Again?
Alright, stop right there. What are those two things?
Oh, they mean no harm. Don't worry.
That's not what I asked.
One of our ghouls, we decided, to need to be promoted, as we've been running low on management lately, and we still haven't figured out how many politicians there are in a titian, so we're trying to expand our management.
You need to figure
Yes,
that
it's
out
quite
before you
fascinating.
keep
They've
making
developed
it
a whole
bigger.
society.
You need to quit making it bigger, figure it out first.
Yes, the first 3 floors provided us much room. With all the different creatures in the first 3 floors, we've managed to make peace with them enough so that we can now roam the first 3 floors. Many resources that were left untouched, many stones left unturned, and here we are able to actually form somewhat of a, well, some of the ghouls tend to remind themselves of their previous lives as, well, before ghouls, so it helps them to do tasks that remembers they were before they got turned into a ghoul, so we like to send some of them to do the menial labor. We have a craftsman up on the 3rd floor. Then on the 2nd floor, there's a beautiful florist just finding their way. It's such a beautiful sight when you think about it.
She looks to the others and says, "Isn't it fascinating? They've developed a whole society."
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Fascinating.
10 out of 10. Would never do it again.
I was about to
but-
say, did you have something to do with this, Nilo?
Why do you know my name?
We've met before.
Honestly,
well, one of us.
I mean, I guess. Sort of. Yeah.
Oh, make
On
sure
accident.
you have control of your character, right?
Okay,
Allie?
let me see.
Nilo,
if I
is
do.
this one of your
Yeah, I
friends?
do.
Okay,
I-
make sure.
Don't know. Shush.
Ophelia approaches Nilo and grabs his hand and gives it a gentle shake. It's so lovely to see you all again. How are you doing, V, Teriel?
Walking away.
And that's where they don't. I like it. Okay.
Oh no, you seem a little hurt. Do you need some healing?
Who are you?
My name is Ophelia. She gives a soft smile to you two.
Listen,
It's nice to meet you, though I don't recognize you at
I
all.
didn't expect you to.
I feel
That was a different time.
Okay.
And then I want to cast Harm with Verbal and Semantic on Nilo to give her an extra 8 HP.
Let's fucking go. It's a harm assist.
Okay, so D8.
You can just cast it from if you go for your spell list and cast it that way. Yeah, this will make it a lot
okay,
easier.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
there we go.
So cast.
You can just cast Harm, and then you cast Harm on versus Undead in the chat box.
Healing.
25 HP.
Yeah.
There you go.
Milo's healed
Yeah.
25.
I feel better.
As you see some like necromantic energy coming over Ophelia, they kind of have their staff to one hand as they begin to wave their arms a little bit in front of him, kind of like almost with a little bit of a flick gesture. And where the giant bone golem seemed to pierce some of your undead flesh, it begins to kind of stitch itself back together, almost as if the air itself is forming a hardened layer over your skin to where the piercing was previously.
Do you
This
feel
feels
better?
weird. Yes.
It does
Feels
feel-
weird,
does
but
feel a little
yeah.
Weird, yes.
Yeah, I feel like Bloom's healing is very warm, wet, and squishy.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Her healing is definitely the opposite. It's cold and hard, but it leaves a nice, soothing feeling behind.
V, did we miss something when we were upstairs?
Nope.
I
For once, you are not the only one that is clueless.
Are the rest of you all right? Do you need healing as well?
I am perfectly fine.
Good,
V, why do
good.
you have 0 hit points? V just over there dead.
He's like, I'm perfectly
He's just
fine.
passed out on the ground.
He's fine.
He's like
That's
the
just-
Family Guy meme pose.
Does
Like,
it-
in that pose.
He just had 0 HP for some reason. I'm like, wait, what? Why did he 0?
I know he shouldn't be. I took most of those
Yeah.
hits.
He hit like, well, he got hit like once. He's at like maybe 20 with a solid off.
I think I was at 40 something. I thought.
There you go. You're at 43. Yes. You can welcome Ophelia. Before you stands, what do they see, Ophelia? What do they see when they
So
look?
they see
I'll post the
this
actual
little-
picture too.
they see this tall, 6-foot black tiefling with lanky, thin limbs,
Have we-
white eyes, and a dusting of white freckles across the bridge of her nose like stars. Her
So,
hair is formed into dreads that are black but fade to gray, and they are decorated with cowrie shells. And when she speaks, she has noticeable fangs and a forked tongue that gives her a slightly odd accent.
so have we met before at all? No? I
Mm-mm.
think we
Well-
would have
Well,
remembered.
she okay. So she said in a different time, which means something. I don't know yet,
If
but it means something.
I mean, you could say that everything means something, technically.
That's not the point.
if it's time magic, I hate time magic.
that who knows? Okay, it's just. What's your
Yeah,
name again?
My name is Ophelia.
It's nice to meet you, Ophelia.
It is nice to meet you, Milo.
You feel a small tug as Bloom's kind of like the 3-year-old child peeking around the parent's leg at the moment.
Oh, hello, Bloom. How are you doing, darling?
Okay.
How does Bloom react to having their fall?
Silent treatment.
just stares at Ophelia for a hot second
Okay.
and just doesn't say anything and just walks away.
You did see one of the ghoul leaders speaks up and says, "Yeah, so we found them on the. They seem to be standing outside the tower, debating whether they should come inside. As we were navigating our way to the first floor, some of the ghouls spotted them. We decided to take them in as well. We've always been welcoming of new members lately, and we've done so much work with the first floor to make it, well, presentable for outsiders. So we decided to allow them inside, and well, we even invited them to join the cult, and then you kind of see like a little bite mark on Ophelia's wrist in a very unharming like spot. It just seems to be like just a little bit of like you see like the two fangs essentially as one of them.
So like vampire.
Yeah, eventually, but it's on like their wrist or something around like the lower end of their wrist.
Yeah.
And
Is
you
this
kind
one
of
your
see it,
thralls?
and you see it's like, and we tried to turn them into a ghoul to help them gain power, but for some reason this one was immune to being a ghoul. So as well, since all of you seem to be immune to ghoulish powers, we thought it'd be better to have them with you than with the rest of the ghouls. This floor looks so nice. Oh, this is an
Isn't it
arena.
beautiful
Not-
architecture?
Mm.
You're gonna
There's
look
nothing,
over.
There's nothing good to see down here at all, I swear.
Is that an arena? Oh, the
No, it's
ghouls
not.
have been looking for a chance to fight something. They get so rowdy whenever there isn't anything around to keep them entertained. We've been having them write all sorts of books and read books to keep them entertained, but, well, the library only holds so many. We're running out of books per ghoul.
Mhm.
They
They've
do
all been
say
ext-
idle hands are the devil's workshop.
Yes, and we have many workshops that need attended to. Anyways, this one should do nicely with your group of unghouled members. I have some business to handle.
I was gonna say, don't bring them down here quite yet. We want to clear out the floor first.
Ah yes, we'll make sure to. We're still working on the fourth floor. It seems there's some skeletons that seem to be rattling their bones all noisy like. We'll make sure to make quick work of them. So then we can. I'm sure the skeletons will have many swords about themselves that we could use.
Sounds great. Y'all are doing a great job.
See, one of the ghouls mentioned something about a war of some sort brewing. It's such a fun time war that is. You see begin to tra-la-la as they begin to walk back up to the third floor.
Just gonna wait till they're gone.
And they yeet themselves back up to the third floor along with the other ghouls that were their bodyguards.
Just
We really need
Fuck.
to do something about that.
I know we gotta do something about that.
It's like
Aw.
now.
Do we want to sick Jeff on him? Do we think Jeff could win?
I don't think Jeff can fit down that hallway.
Looks over. Jeff, how do you feel about fighting
Don't
ghouls?
force Jeff to bagels.
I don't
Jeff
even know
just
how I
wants a
fit
fair-
down here. I don't even know how I fit down here. I don't think I'm too fat to even get out at this point.
No. What if we bring them to you? Like, what if they come to you at this point?
More
Oh, so-
gladiators for the arena? I welcome the sport.
Okay,
I'd
that's
be a
That's
little
an
bit
answer. I might be able to work with that.
I would like to say that I would be very concerned with the fact that maybe consuming too many ghouls' minds would influence Jeff's mind.
Which one?
What mind?
The hive mind.
They are like a hive mind creature, so like I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, the wrong
Jeff,
minds
can you get
could
ghoul
turn it.
I'm still here against my will. I'm just the female. I'm still here against my will.
Hi, Beth.
Oh, you poor thing.
Would you like to partake in like leaving one of your heads?
We haven't figured out how to detach that one from us yet. Once
Beth,
the
are you being
faces.
harassed in the workplace?
No, it's just very boring being down here. I was supposed to be the pretty one of the party that all the guys fawned over, but now I'm just here. So you just kind of see like a few other of the faces. Be like, no, we love you, you're so awesome, you're so awesome.
Sounds very-
The
sounds
supportive
very
gal
interesting.
pal faces. Let's fucking go.
Is this Twitch chat?
Is this
this is what Twitch chat is representing. No, you're good, you're beautiful, yeah, keep that Yes, Ophelia, what were you doing in the tower by chance?
Well, I just felt the need to be there. Felt a draw there in my heart, I suppose.
That ain't suspicious or nothing.
Just gonna look at Bloom again at this point. It's like,
Okay. Oh,
I think
look.
that's there's a lot of explaining that's need to be done.
Did you explain yourself whenever you joined them?
Oh, I did explain myself. It was pretty
Yeah,
obvious. I was
that's
using you all.
In
I'm
the
going
moment,
Recastle.
But
You
yes,
thought-
ask away. I'm an open book.
but wait, no.
All right. How do you know us?
Well, I've met you before.
All right. What do you mean
That-
by before?
Yeah, that's a
Well-
no. That's a nothing answer.
Not in this time, but perhaps in another. I have met you before.
So, are you a time traveler?
Were
In
you
a sense.
reincarnated?
Not a reincarnation, but I suppose time traveler could be a more accurate term.
Was any of us a little bit different in that time compared to ourselves right
Not
now?
that I recall. I didn't get to spend very much time with you before I was brought back here to this time.
Okay. And how did you meet us?
Just like this.
Forward
this
it back.
isn't. This isn't some kind of trick where you're trying to ingrain yourselves into our mind and you're some shape-shifting monster, right?
I don't believe I am.
Kind of walk up to Teriel at this point. Kind of
Yes, Blue?
if I'm understanding Ophelia correct, the flow of time like a river situation, right? You've already experienced this before, so you knew that this was how you were going to meet us, but you're technically from an alternative future, a split in that river, and you managed to come back to this point with that knowledge or potential knowledge to try to help guide us a little bit slash figure out the next steps.
Yes. I think that's a good way to describe it, Bloom.
Yeah, that would explain why I got weirded out by you.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be weird.
Oh no, I like weird. It was just I instinctually with myself being, you know, having an interesting outlook on the ideals of time, saying is that, I died 30 times, 35 times, give or take.
Give or take.
And, I come back different every time. Slight changes, tweaks. Time gets really wonky, especially if you have gaps that are you're not there for.
Yes, indeed. You're so smart.
Teriel's supposed to be the smart one.
I'm not very smart. I just kind of have, a lot of life, a lot of life experience. Well, and death experience, I guess. A little bit of both.
Well, that's its own kind of wisdom.
Neela, what are you doing over there?
Just having a PTSD breakdown. Don't worry. They'll get over it eventually.
Yes, if you have any other questions, I'd be happy to answer.
Alright.
I think, Neela, this is your first time seeing a tiefling this whole entire campaign so far, I think, isn't it, Neela?
What is the whole entire reason that you come down here anyways?
I just felt the draw.
The draw. What is the draw? Could you
That I would
explain?
find my answers down here.
To what questions, I guess, is the real thing. And if you noticed from a different time. So wait, if this is you meeting. See, that's a depressing statement, because that means that you know you have to come back here and leave us in the future.
What
That's
is the most
weird.
Not
notable traits?
necessarily.
Actually, quick question.
Well, if
What's
they
under what's under his mask?
Wait, whose mask?
Mine.
His face mask.
I'm pretty sure Bloom's the only one that's seen V without it. You always wear it, and even still, I think it was only through like a glimpse. No, Bloom hasn't even seen underneath V's mask.
Technically, no.
Yeah.
The
I think you
blacksmith
probably would have.
has-
You.
The blacksmith just chilling back in town, like, I know a secret.
Did did they see under the mask, or did they just?
They
see
literally-
it under the
you-
cloak?
You literally died, and they fixed you from dying.
It doesn't mean
Yeah.
they removed the mask, does it? They've definitely seen under the cloak.
You were dying. They saw everything like a surgeon on a naked corpse. I mean
Well-
body. It depends on
Yeah,
how far
it's
in
like-
surgery they are.
V's like, alright, I got a bullet with your name on it.
Well, they may have come back from a timeline where we may have failed. That's the thing. We don't know necessarily the specifics of the actions that were taken, which was the thing that led to the other thing.
I mean, as long as we
Well, I
don't
don't
do
know
that.
if
That's-
it's been that
that-
far.
That's assuming time divides and isn't just secular.
Succular? I love succular time.
Okay.
I mean, time
Truthfully,
gets
I don't understand it
wibbly
well
wobbly.
myself.
wibbly wobbly, timey wimey stuff.
Fuck you're right. But
Time is like soup.
time
Also-
soup.
Time is like a
Also,
box
for
of
brevity's
chocolates.
sake,
A
I
nice
suppose Bloom
brevity.
has at least seen under the mask a few times out, like before the campaign.
Yeah, I was thinking like pre-campaign, not during.
During.
What?
But yes, I
Yeah.
don't quite understand the
Pickles.
meanings of time myself, but like I said, I can answer to the best of my ability.
You know, go look to the rest of it. Yeah. Dealing with fourth dimensional beings is very difficult, so I'm gonna leave it to you guys.
Tyriel's just like, nope, I'm out.
Don't, someone more edgy
Wimp.
than me. Someone more mystifying than me.
No,
Oh,
that's not what's about.
He's going tsundere. He's like, someone's more mysterious than me.
No, that's not what it's about. at
First
all.
it was
is
Fee,
just-
then Tyrael, and now everyone's competing to be
I-
the most mystery. Who's gonna be the most mysterious player? And Nilo's just like,
Mysterious.
here's my backstory. Please don't hurt. Please don't hurt me emotional.
And you did. I asked nicely and you did.
I showed vulnerability. Dang it.
Give me a second, I guess.
Yes, you would
Okay,
definitely
so-
notice Saber. They 100% seem to be just like a regular tiefling. Like, in the sense of what you know about, a little bit about tiefling culture. Like, they don't seem to be any kind of extra dimensional being or anything. They don't seem to be having any kind of like cloak or disguise. They seem to just be a normal tiefling, from what you can tell in terms of their race.
Well, I guess welcome to the group of misfits. Yay.
Yay!
Yay.
So,
Hmm.
what is our next move?
Well,
No, you tell us,
I-
future.
Yeah.
Well-
Why don't you tell us, Miss from the future, or sideline, whatever it is.
I'd like to let that up to you. Perhaps you can do something different.
Ooh, that's
I
good.
doubt it. But
That's a smart response.
Oh, come on, guys. We don't want to ruin the surprise.
The
Alright.
surprise at my downfall.
Yeah.
Ha.
Time works in a weird way, so we never know. Everything is fluid. Everything can change.
I know, but I still
Exactly.
feel like it's just going to be a downfall, which is fine. Y'all will be fine, though. I'll make sure of that much. Y'all will be 100% okay if I have a say in it. But I just
And
might be
King.
fucked. But it's fine. So, plan now is to figure out what to do with this book before I give it back to them. Figure out
believe-
the rest of the situation with the 5th floor. Yeah. That's all I got right now. I just finished writing a letter to my parents. Yeah.
So
Didn't,
the book. Hmm.
Didn't Tariel want to take a look at it?
Yeah, I would like to copy the book. No big deal.
V has it right
Hmm.
now. Whether V gives it to Terrio, that's V's question. So that's a V answer.
Oh no, yeah, I'm holding on to the book. I don't think we need to make copies of it. I think we need to alter and or destroy it.
I mean, I want to do the alteration, but I also want a copy just so we can have it. Also, there's
Ah.
recipes in there that I would like to have.
V, why don't you hand me the book?
Well, that's not happening. He's gonna look
I don't
over
trust
you.
either of you with the book, but I trust V just slightly more, but at the same time, everyone wants to destroy it, which I'm okay with. I'm just saying I want to make a copy for us.
Listen, I'll meet you halfway. I'll rip the recipe pages out for you.
Yeah, but those spells would probably be useful to us, especially if we're dealing with war and other bullshit.
What language is it in?
Especially so.
Magic is dangerous and
I
problematic.
forgot what language it was in, I just know that I
Dangerous
could
and
read it.
problematic, says the man that is probably made from magic.
Yeah, Zerda,
Just
what
ignore-
language was it in? I just know I could read it.
I
Just-
think it
Just
was.
completely ignoring Turiel.
Yeah,
no
I
acknowledgement.
think the spell list, yeah, because it would have been occultism, so it would have been
That's why I
Aklo. Aklo.
Okay, that's not one.
Yep, it was Aklo. It's the only spell list y'all don't have access to yet.
Yeah, that explains every reason why I could read it, because I actually have that as a language.
The one funny thing is the one person that can read it's the one of the only non-spellcasters of the entire group.
I love it.
How many spellcasters?
So much.
Wait, how many spellcasters? Is V a spellcaster?
No, but 3 of you are. 3 of the 5 of
Cast
you are
gun.
full casters. And V is
Perhaps
working his way.
If the book is of importance, I would like to read it so I can make a copy of it for safekeeping.
Earn their
but
trust.
you
And-
can't read it.
If, man, that's the reason why I have Neil here.
I can read.
That's your
Yay.
only response.
It'd be
That,
great
it is!
bonding experience, you could say.
I still hate you,
It's fine.
but I will protect you if I need to, because you are a part of this party, so don't take that for granted.
Feelings mutual.
Listen, we can have a bonding experience when we turn this into kindling on the bonfire.
Eh.
Hey, V, do you have any extra paper I could borrow or use?
Most definitely.
I don't know why I just imagine you ripping a bunch of pages out of the book at that moment and handing them to Bloom.
I was just picturing the paper just comes out of his massive printer.
That would have been funny.
You're just like, yes, I have the paper.
Halfway through one of them, it's like, oh, HP. It's like an HP logo. It's like, oh, out of ink. Please buy more.
Oh god, I'm out of toner.
I got a toner.
I thought you said toner, not toned. I didn't even get any apps today.
I'm just
Um.
saying, if the book is of any importance, especially with anything to do with the medicine or manipulation of energies, it would be something that I would be very interested in.
Nilo,
would be a waste to throw away.
you can try, Nilo. If you are untrained in magic, but you can read the words that it says. Would you like to try figuring out what some of the spells are?
I would like to try, because it would be beneficial.
Go ahead and
While
roll me
Nilo,
that
while Nilo does that, I'm
occultism.
making a
What am I rolling?
occultism.
Occultism. Yes, I do know you
I
have
know
a
what's
plus
funny.
1.
Well, I know what's funny though is that I got a higher occultism roll than Teriel last time.
Yeah.
I don't have
Which is
occultism
funny.
this much. I don't have occultism.
I got an 8. I
You
can't
managed to depict the words for a brilliant rabbit custard.
Ooh, yeah, no wonder I could read it. Yo, they got some rabbit custard in here. Yo, I want this so bad.
You recognize the word rabbit, and all thought of spells just instantly went out the window as you got so invested in reading what this recipe is because you recognized the word rabbit.
Are you sure that it's a spell book and not someone's old shopping list?
It's a mix of both. I know it's a
Spellcasters will
mix
do
of
that.
both. I just can't read it right now. Rabbit, man. I'm hungry. Leave me alone.
Perhaps we should, I don't know, get Nilo a little food so he can focus?
No, I'm fine.
Nilo, when
I'll
was the
be
last time you
fine.
ate?
I think
Sure.
before we actually went on, it's been like a day.
Has it been a day?
Yeah,
I
it
think
is.
it's been
It
a
is.
day.
Before
It
we
is.
go
Even though Ophelia could tell
Yeah.
you, it is very dark out right now outside the tower. It's about
Yeah,
a
it's
2-hour journey back to town.
yeah. I need to go back to town anyways. Especially if it's dark outside, I need to deal with that now. I need to give Miss Yen the letter. That way, hopefully, I can get a hold of my parents. I say hopefully. Like, they don't answer back immediately. But, like, hopefully, they read that one sort of first.
I mean, if you need to get back to town faster than the rest of the group, you could always ride on the Bone Giant's shoulder as he makes leaps and bounds back to town.
Alright,
of
we should
everyone else.
probably actually talk about how we are going to bring the Bone Giant to town, because I'm pretty sure if
I'll talk to you and I'll discuss
If
it. They'll
the
probably not be
citizens-
allowed actually in the town. I will probably have to stop outside of the town and then explain to Yin, and then it will just protect the town by the outskirts, essentially.
just-
That's probably what's gonna happen.
It just basically devolves into the Iron Giant.
Yeah.
I was going to ask, maybe we could get some clothing. Just looks at a tarp.
You
Yeah,
see
clothing. The
about
fu-
10 feet of
Maybe a
like
tarp or something.
chiseled bones. Like
Yeah, I
You'll
don't
pretty-
think
totally
this is a
get
good
this
look,
dude
to be
some
honest.
clothing.
I don't
This-
think clothing will make him any less intimidating.
This
No,
guy,
it won't.
This guy has been thoroughly boned.
But almost.
You're the worst.
Okay. Honestly, I'll probably end up doing that. But I do want him to be, like, not directly on the outskirts of town. I can make that, like, trek back, but, like, close enough to where it's not, like, a 2-hour travel. That makes sense?
Otari. Just asking the Bone Giant here. That is Otari. How are you? How are you feeling with your new body?
I feel as cunning as a French hen, and as boisterous as a young lad. I have all the strength of a burly man, and all the agility of a fresh hen. It's beautiful, it's poetic, it's so devilishly handsome as he kind of looks over his, like, he kind of extends one of his, like, bone swordy arms out.
Okay.
Ooh, you
I
do
think
look
that's.
lovely.
Do you think that we should probably get something to cover you up with? Because I don't know if the citizens of Otari would be very welcoming of a giant bone monster.
Yes, they would be so jealous to find out their hero from 500 years ago is alive and well in a boneless body. I think, if anything, the Atari town should promote me mayor.
I don't think that you have the perception that I'm having here. And I'm the only one.
I have seen the evolution of a river over 500 years. That's a lot of time to think and gather the wisdom of the time spent.
Or go absolutely insane.
Maybe we can get a 2-for-1 deal on therapy.
Which two are you gonna use for that? Which two are you gonna use for that?
They might have a Groupon or something.
Oh my god.
Let's go.
Just.
Well, you know what? Sure, we'll just go ahead and bring him in, and we'll deal with him later. That, see, never goes wrong, right?
I hate you. I hate you and your sarcasm.
Bloom, what are you crafting?
I'm making a paper mache pirate hat to give to Ophelia.
Oddly
That's
enough,
why I asked me for some paper.
oddly enough, that actually works.
Oh, thank you, Bloom. And she kneels down to be eye level with Bloom and takes the hat and puts it on and gives her a big smile.
Can you shift those bones around, by the way?
Kind of
Well-
looks at you for a second. It hadn't finished. I'm sorry for your hair.
I'm sorry?
It wasn't fully dried yet.
Oh, that's no problem. I'm used to being
Just sees it
little
like sagging into your hair, just like.
I'm used to it being a little wet.
As for the
I'm
bones,
just
yes.
gonna walk away.
Where do you think my
I'm
bones
walking
would
away,
be
that's
better
all I'm
fit?
saying.
Where would you like me to place my large bone?
I think that if you could shape it to be a little bit more less terrifying.
Turn into a big doggo.
Wait, what if we left him outside of the lighthouse to make sure none of the ghouls got out while we were in town? Make
I'm
sure
afraid
they
Yeah,
were
but I
safe.
need to get there a little bit faster, so he just have to come back.
I
Y'all
think some
realize
people
that there
get
was. I'd like to
Do we have a
remind
boat?
you. Yeah, there was a boat.
We got a boat, I forgot.
So does anyone
I can
Oh.
motorboat us there.
pop quiz, guys? Who remembers what was on the bottom left of the 3rd floor?
Bottom left,
I wasn't here for that part. Are you talking about the
Bottom
ghouls?
left.
It is.
There was
Souls.
Does anyone
No.
remember
there
what
was
on
the exit that led us straight outside to the outside of the city.
There was. That was sort of like in the middle-ish, but yeah.
It was.
Was
It
it?
was in the. No, it was in the bottom
It was-
left. It was in
was
the
it?
bottom
Oh, you're
left.
right.
Tunnel to Otori. And I
Oh,
repeat, do you
yeah.
remember whenever the stone scale kobolds took over Otori, they used the building as a sort of camouflage, living in an extensive network of tunnels that
Yeah,
connected
no, I
many
totally
of the
forgot
buildings
about
below.
that. Hey, you
ground.
want to go use the tunnels? I'm
Hey,
sorry.
guess who?
I
Guess
would have
who
remembered
remembered?
eventually.
It
You get a hero point. You get a
Hell yeah!
to tell you this is giant tunnels that lead directly, and also it says thieves and smugglers from the literal thieves guild. Use some. This one connects to the Abomination vaults to Otori. There is direct access to Otori.
Anyways, wanna go there?
Alright. So,
Sure.
we have Giant Bone Champion. That's absolutely horrifying.
That Faye on the
What's
third
that?
floor is just chilling in that reading room. Just like they are chilling in that reading room. They are hoping no one knocks on their door again.
That guy, the ghost guy, we will definitely come back and fuck up Oh, not
This
that guy.
was Nilo barged in on this guy's room, but
Yeah.
was so stealthy that they didn't interrupt their reading.
I didn't want to. I was trying to be nice. I just. Dude had an attitude and I didn't want to fuck with it.
When your parents ask you nicely to go get something and you have to sneak around the house at like 4 in the morning.
It's
Yeah.
like, finally at home alone with my favorite book. Oh, hi, Ron.
Motherfucker!
It's a very dated reference, but
When you get up in the middle of the night to get some water, you see Rob dead or asleep.
I just had an idea, something I would like to try. May I please
Which
have
is?
that spell book?
Why?
I and V here very inconspicuously.
Ask me.
That's not happening.
Wait,
I
can
can read the emotions of the book.
Okay, you know what? Let's put it to vote here. I think that V should give her the spell book. As a
I
vote.
also
Me.
vote that out of curiosity.
V has the spell book. V
Yeah,
don't-
but it's a vote. We
Whether-
kind of immediately
whether
do
V
this
can-
shit.
Whether V
People
cares
need-
about the vote is his own prerogative.
Yeah.
I vote. Well, I vote with V that he shouldn't give it to her.
Ophelia, you're the
Okay,
so we
tiebreaker.
got
You're the
2, 4, 2
tiebreaker.
against.
We've just
don't
met this
think-
Yeah, I can't
person.
stealth it, so.
Nilo trying to grab the book. Just you're like, eh. You're just like
You're just,
freaking
eh.
king. You're
Yeah,
king
give
trying to grab a
Give her the
book.
goddamn book. I'll spend a hero point on it.
I don't-
There we go.
18.
That was only stealth. I'm not stealthy, and I definitely can't fucking steal.
I still
Yeah,
have
V,
the book
V
at
is
this
just
point.
holding this book above the height of all the other freaking like Nilo being as like short as the
Hey,
Like,
V,
bitch,
I'm
give it
gonna-
back.
I'm
Completely
gonna-
forgetting he
Look-
has wings.
Bloom packs and then uses her arms to extend it 10 feet up into the air.
No!
V, I'm gonna ask you kindly, just this once, to give the book.
Oh, yes, kindly. Well, that changes nothing.
Me,
I
come
mean,
on!
if you insist.
If you insist,
Listen,
I
I
don't. wish to
don't.
fight.
I don't think there will
We
be a
aren't
fight.
fighting.
we can have a fight if you want to.
No.
How's your spell slots doing,
I don't
Ariel?
need spell slots in order to kick his ass.
I'm looking at your spell
Oh my
list and like
God.
every single spell on your entire spell list is burnt.
But don't forget, Tariel, if you try to fight him, it's going to be a 2v1.
That's
I don't think Nilo's gonna fight
You
on
would
your
fight
side,
me?
Ariel.
I would fight you if you tried to fight V.
I think that he's being rather inconspicuous. The book.
I've
He
been
just
I've
doesn't
been
like
very
it,
direct.
that's all it is.
I've been very direct. This thing is gonna be nothing but problem. Like magic is what a problem.
I love how I
Book
just
is full of magic.
I love how I just randomly drop in a 4th level spell book and it's now an actual party fight. Sweet.
It is. It is
Magic
actually
is
very
never-
important.
It's like I understand your concerns with it, but I still.
Listen, I'll meet you halfway. We can rip out those recipes.
Yeah, if you want to.
The problem is that it.
The
We'll deal with it
problem
later.
is-
We'll deal with
Deal
it when
with
we
it
get to
later.
town. Just
Are you sure he's not gonna go ahead and just burn it? A book
You'll
with
have
magic.
one
4th level.
single day to return it back before the ghouls start questioning
we
things.
not even a single day. It's literally this night that we have.
And we have to
No,
return
no,
it back.
You have no. You asked for it at the beginning of the day. You know they can give you at least till tomorrow afternoon.
I mean,
Okay,
only-
that makes
they
me
o-
feel slightly better.
They only start getting suspicious after tomorrow afternoon, and then their mind starts thinking, and there's a lot of ghouls there to start thinking about what you might be doing.
So we need to return it tonight. Okay, got it. Or at least morning.
Let's go back to town. We'll use the tunnel on the 3rd floor to go get you squared away, Nilo, and then maybe on our way back or something we can discuss this book before,
I just suggest that we either try and magically change it to where it just looks
Yeah, so
unaffected.
instead of fireball, it's tire ball. It just shows a bunch of tires at people.
I mean, I
that'd be
think
funny
that's
as fuck,
fair,
though,
augmenting
but-
it so that it's not usable.
Yeah.
Or liar ball.
I think it would be very
explodes into a bunch
important
of leaders.
But like I said, worst case scenario, we will destroy most of the book and just say that we killed whatever did it. It's just, I would like to have those just in case, because there are several spellcasters in our group that could probably use that.
And there
would be
is
able to see
a
the
war
face.
that is happening tomorrow, possibly.
Yeah.
I
At
would
the
be able to
soonest.
see the face of the person.
And whatever the hell she's talking about.
What's up, Ophelia?
I'm talking about using psychometric resonance and
I
using
know.
psychometric assessment. But I need to
Yeah.
have the damn book, V! Motherfucker!
Oh, you actually do have your spell slots. Yeah,
It's
but
a-
Regardless, we'll deal with that in town because I don't think any of us can do anything besides like Ophelia. But like, we'll deal with that in town. We need to actually get on the same page. But we need to go back to town so I can eat and deliver that letter.
first thing, so I can eat. Second thing, so I can deliver the letter.
I can eat while delivering the letter. I mean, I'm just saying.
Is this like
Priority.
Where's the? I know what this was. Where's the? Yeah, you can go back. You can take the tunnel back to town.
I would like to take the little. Yeah, I guess. I think it's tunnels. Yes, tunnels. Yes. Yes, yes. Yes. Yes.
Sure. We'll go back to town. We'll go ahead and recuperate, and we'll go ahead and rest up. We won't be burning any books until we figure out what we're doing with it as a group. Otherwise, there would be problems.
Okay, you make it so how? I guess the bone golem's just gonna have to walk back to town. On
I was gonna
you
say-
not through the cobalt tunnels.
Yeah, I don't think he could fit. I still don't want him in town though. I want him still to be like just chilling on the outskirts.
Atari will actually mention that there was a side passage that a few adventurers would use to get into this floor for sparring practice.
Ah.
He could take you that way if you'd prefer to get to the surface another way. But one of the adventurers may or may not be there.
I was gonna say, is it safe? That's the question here.
He says, oh, some dastardly adventurers like to come down to this floor to practice in the arena. Over there, they're nothing more than bandits, liars, and thieves, but of course, you know, who am I to judge?
Do we have time to risk a fight?
What time in the night would you say it is?
There's time enough for a fight. You know, you could squeeze in a fight or two, you know. You can also talk to him. There's also a rogue talking about another, set of rogue.
Do you think it's shorter than taking the tunnels?
It was
It would be. Especially considering you can squeeze 5 feet every 6 seconds, and some of those are cobalt tunnels. Balloon would be fine. Nilo would probably be fine. Bone Golem definitely ain't fit in there. And then you just get to see Terry will do the most scooting of his life as he just gets on all fours and with his arms tucked in like a cat that's ready to take a nap. And he just goes.
Ooh, that's like one of my fears is like being buried alive. So I just imagine I'm like, ooh.
I mean,
I think it should be
everyone
fun.
agree we should go and take this path.
By all
Sure.
means, why not?
I'm renaming this guy's last name. There we
I
go.
enjoy an adventure. Also,
I have a
Sarah,
question. Have
missed
you
out my
been?
token again.
Have you been down that pathway, Ophelia?
Waddle,
No,
waddle,
I don't
waddle.
believe I have.
You know what? I think we should then.
Okay. Let's go then.
Heck yeah, he'll take you down the path and lead you. There's a little bit of a tight squeeze, so he's gonna take you. You're gonna see him do like, you think he's gonna like, you know, try to climb you. No, he just jumps. He jumps up here and then leans down his giant bony hand for you to climb onto his bone.
I'm just gonna fly up there. Let me fly up there. Just pull me up.
You can
Go
fly.
and step
Oh,
into
is
the
there a wall?
transfer.
Yeah.
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 Tara, you step up there. Bloom, how are you getting up this ledge? You gonna let the bone golem lift you? You gonna,
Yep.
you're gonna let him uppies.
Puppies.
V, how
Doing the
are
little
you
hand
getting
grab
up on this
situation.
ledge? Oh, also this is.
I would probably just jump it.
Do you want to try jumping a 20? Go ahead, give me that athletics or
I know it's
acrobatics.
20 feet, but let's go. Let's do it.
You are all running up this wall. You almost give me one more acrobatics.
Really just want to see me fall.
Can I throw a vine lash down if he
I was
needs
gonna
help?
say I could just give him my hand since I'm already here.
Just for an assist on it if needed.
Yeah, Nilo, roll me that athletics check. As he reaches up there, he manages to get like 15 feet up as he's kind of like going up this wall. But then the foot begins to slip because it's a little bit, you know, not exactly the most well-kept walls in the world. You're able to just barely grab on as he almost pulls your arm a little bit out of the socket, but, you know, you forget that you don't really have sockets.
I'm not strong enough to do that.
No, it's your body weight. You're a cyborg. You weigh more than your size lets on. It's because you're dense.
Technically, my body weight's not actually that much. No, it's
You're dense. I'm increasing your body weight by a factor of 1.2.
Do you have anything written down? He might be.
Yeah.
He has
made out of lightweight
90.
polymer.
I don't.
they're gone. They're very gone. Well, I mean, yeah.
You're
No one
dense
knows that, but
though.
still.
You're dense. That's the thing. Your metal parts are dense.
It could be.
Well, it depends on the type of metal.
Yeah, no.
He's secretly just made of aluminum foil.
No,
Darn it.
there are strong metals that are very thin. I.e., like Kevlar shielding and stuff.
It could just be made out of a certain alloy. Maybe
Blue.
your body's like made of mithril or something. Worth a lot.
What state? Is there a bridge right here? I can't actually tell because of the way there. Is there a bridge in front of you, Bloom?
Koopadoop. Kabattle. Ah!
Alright, Bloom.
So-
And I need my model moved up there.
Yep.
I need my mom moved up there too.
Oh yeah,
As
Ophelia, are you
Bloom's
climbing? Are you
Gmod's
climbing
speed
using
of
the
flow.
bone golem?
I'm letting the bone. I'm going to let the bone golem pick me up.
You ride his bone to the top floor.
Don't say it like that.
Don't say it like that.
This bone. I can only get so many bone jokes.
You just Harvey Weinstein that.
There's so many bone jokes, and once he goes away, I won't be able to make the bone jokes again. Okay,
Take advantage while you got it. Okay.
just throw me a
Oh
bone.
no. We'll just need to hear more of
up.
it tomorrow.
The stately.
Shut up, both of you. Actually.
The stately hallway stretches from a single door to the north wide exit to the south. Frescoes depicting. Oh no, you were like that. So you are now in this hallway. You see two double doors at the end of this hallway as the bone golem is kind of going behind you. I don't know what state the bridge is in. There you go.
Well, it kind of
I have a question,
drops
Nilo.
us, and then we can still like keep going.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
okay.
have a question, Nilo, since you might know.
I'm just gonna put you all over there for now. Just get you all on the other side.
Nilo. Oh, what the fuck? I've been flying.
You're good.
Meow.
Meow.
Whoop.
You you do know that Jello is made out of like the bones of animals, right? So, if a necromancer was to like raise undead on
Raise a bone.
raise undead on Jello, would it become, you know, undead?
Do you want to
I-
mess around and find out how oozes
I-
are created?
I just
I mean,
want-
yes. I
wanted
think
I wanted
you're
to
making me
ask
think
you
too much, bro.
because I don't have a lot of experience with undead, so I was asking.
I mean,
you.
neither do I, despite being one.
Because you would, of all people.
I heard that. I don't like that. I heard that.
That's quite disappointing. I was hoping to learn a lot more from you. What is your family about, anyways? Since we're on our
What?
way.
What are you asking exactly? Specify your question better. That way I can answer better.
You see why we don't trust you? You ask too many questions.
I just wanted to know more about Nilo.
Why,
Nothing wrong
though?
with being a little curious.
There's a
Like, you
lot.
talk about your family, and there's a lot of things about the royalties and the incoming army that's coming tomorrow or today, technically, probably by the time that we get back.
Okay.
And you,
What?
as far as I know of, all I know is that Nilo's the only undead in their adoptive family.
I do not believe that is actually true.
Stands
at
before
all.
you is a portcullis. The portcullis seems to be barring your way to enter the next room.
Is there a switch or something?
No. It does seem like it could possibly be moved up, but it seems like it would take a great feat of strength.
I mean, obviously.
And I will.
Oh,
Atari could
so-
probably do it.
But
it would
I'm gonna
leave-
roll
I
and
wanna
you
try.
roll.
Yeah, go
So-
for it. Give me that strength check, athletics check.
As you two are doing this, leans over to V, holds up blob of acid. Did I tell him or?
Nilo, that is not enough to actually
Mm.
succeed.
I figured. I hate that.
Nah.
It's a DC
sorry.
30. It's a DC 30 athletics check.
Let me
I
check.
could have done it. This
You
is
could've.
What are you
bullshit.
trying to do?
You're trying to lift up a portcullis, which is basically a medieval gate.
Really heavy.
Wait, we're doing athletics? Oh, so I can help out.
Let's just go ahead and do this again. Then
I was gonna say, but it's.
I mean, it should.
We can
We
try
just have-
again, but
We
Atari
just
got
have
it.
to
I
get
just don't.
it's a little bit.
It
rusty.
does say, Bloom, you could also just walk through as well.
Bloom just walks through while we're doing this. There you go.
Damn, I can't do shit right now. Can I reroll?
Bloom, before
Oh.
you... yeah, actually, yeah, just something to say. Yeah. So, Bloom just kind of squeezes through as Teriel lifts up the gate. For you are met with some doors. You do feel a slight chill from the room.
Oh, finally some good AC.
What
Are
do
you
I
sure
see
it's
through?
not haunted or
Are there
anything?
like are there like little windows here that we can see through?
They look like the
Those-
gear.
Sort of.
They look like the gear rooms.
See,
open it.
So this is a portcullis. It's meant to keep things out, and those are arrow slits for things to like
Yeah, that makes
jab
sense.
you.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah.
Going
keep-
in
keep
as soon as I see
talking.
them. I'm going in.
No!
As soon as I see those, I'm going in. I would know
Damn
what those.
you!
Hold on.
Terrible.
I would. I would know
You-
what those are, and I would move right away.
It's not you. No, that's
Oh,
not
okay,
what
okay.
I'm doing, Belle. It is
What's
you,
that?
How
Blue.
much ass whooping are you getting?
Yeah.
Oh, you went to the haunt, didn't you? This is a haunt, isn't it?
No.
We'll find out.
It's alright. It's gonna be another
Very
ethereal.
soon.
It's gonna be another ethereal thing that can't touch Bloom.
Bloom, as you walk in with your light blazing as blazing can be, as you are shedding this light spell about yourself, you just happen to hear the sizzling and the violent hissing of a shadowy creature
Oh boy.
that seems to be
Hell yeah.
sitting in the corner.
Oh,
Turns out a friend of yours?
Hi.
It is. They are going to mark you
Oh
for
no.
death.
Oh,
Yo, they look really cool though.
No.
Come on.
bet.
They see. That's their first action, is to mark you for death, and then they are going to attempt to. I'll give you a perception check, Bloom. Give me a single perception check to see if you beat. You see them coming. Actually, no. They technically have a.
Oh my
I
god.
see him. I see
They-
him coming.
They mark you for death as they were chilling in this corner.
Can I cast a spell in response?
I will let you use the 31 as your initiative, and I'll use the 24 for their initiative.
Sure.
Are we rolling initiative now?
Yeah.
Oh, she's like right next to me. Ah, fuck.
Yeah. This is not gonna look good.
I'll give them the 24 to initiative, like I said, and Bloom, I'll give you the 31.
I should have plus 2, but that doesn't
Do you,
matter.
do you still need a
Why
hit
did
roll
both you
initiative?
and me
Yeah,
both
you
roll
do.
fucking 20?
Oh,
But I
Well,
need
actually
to,
have a plus 2 to that, so...
There you go, you can have the 30, puts you at the top anyways. Ophelia, see if you can do a test roll here for me.
Did I
Or
actually...
Okay,
do
what?
do the initiative roll under the combat encounter. You can hit the encounter button. And
I
in
forgot
the
what everything was. I just completely
Yep.
forgot where I was for a second. I'm so sorry.
You're good. In the top
good.
right of the chat box and stuff, you can go one over
Encounters?
to the swords. Yeah, go to the
Oh, I
encounters.
see.
Yeah, and then just roll your dice.
I've done this before.
Yeah.
I completely forgot where
You
I
can
was.
also roll a d20 and try to destabilize if you'd like. It would put
I'm
you
pretty
either.
happy with where I am.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
I'm gonna save it.
I forgot
Yep.
to add Elven Instincts, because it doesn't prompt it automatically.
Let's get some Bloom. Let's just see what you do with this. It is your go, Bloom. This is a literal shadow, and you are literally light.
Ah! And I just instantly drop. My hands clap together with static electricity, and as the like leaves pull apart, this orb of lightning just appears in front of their face. And it just 3-cast Horizon Thunder Sphere as I drop a sphere of electricity on them. Wait. What?
Oh!
Nice consistency. Consistency, that's what matters.
This is
That's
not
my
Uh,
turn.
You also have one action left because you only used the 2 action. The 3 action is the
No.
one way.
I used the 3 action.
Oh, that's if you do the 2 rounds thing. Yeah, you weren't doing the 2 rounds thing.
My spell's range is 60 feet and deals half damage on a failure,
Yep.
but not a critical failure, as the electricity lashes out. Wait, is
V.
this supposed to be a save? Make a ranged spell attack. Oh yeah.
Yeah, 'cause you're damaging them. Yeah.
And deals half damage on a failure. So this would deal half damage then, right?
Yeah, it would actually. So go ahead and roll damage. It is.
So they just take 5 damage.
Do they?
essentially.
Do they? They take
Do
no
they?
damage. I don't like how this is.
Does it show you what they're resistant to, or does it just hide it?
Just says
No,
no
it just
damage.
says that they took no damage.
Okay. V, it is your go, as you are on the other side of this portcullis that I would like to remind Tyrael that he is currently holding up at this moment.
I am holding up. I do have a reach weapon though.
Would you
What are you gonna
like?
reach it? What,
What do you
what are you
like?
gonna- Are you gonna hold it with your ass cheeks?
But, yeah,
You're just gonna rest it on the dummy thick.
I imagine Teriel's holding this portcullis up with his shoulder and arm.
You
not
can.
like just-
You are using everything. This is a 30 DC strength check. You are using your entire action economy to hold this up.
Is Nilo even helping, honestly?
No, you tried to help and he lifted it up out of your hands.
That's fair. Everyone's taller than me.
Via, you see what looks to be a shadow that is hissing at Bloom as you see them just begin to almost like sizzle a little bit about it.
I'll walk in. I would assume that.
Maybe tell it to fuck off or something.
I would assume it doesn't like the light, seeing it sizzle. I'll use my 10 paces to move in. Can I grab Bloom and throw them back to the door?
You can. I mean, just go ahead. Actually, let me a straight D20. See how far back you go.
I just want to move them here, basically.
Oh, then yeah, you can do that if Bloom consents.
Come in and pick Bloom up. I'm like, no light. Then I'm gonna throw them back here and close the door.
Clap, lights off.
This gets picked up and just thrown back. It just looks at me for a second.
Shut both doors for now.
Both doors.
You see the shadow begin to
Okay.
almost melt within the shadow itself, as if every single corner is and isn't the shadow creature. What are you hoping to accomplish, V?
Right now, I don't think it's gonna drop its aggressiveness, but at least it seems to be less annoyed. I mostly was just pulling the mage out of melee combat.
Let's
As a
see what
start.
happens.
Okay, then it is going to be
Well, hold on. Is that all of my actions there?
you picked up Bloom and you closed 2 doors.
I was hoping to close both doors as one action.
That is
Well,
2 actions, sir, to close 2 doors.
That's not true. Have you not seen like double doors?
Yeah.
You can
These,
close
are
that.
Yeah, look at them there. Those are double doors right there. I'm seeing double doors.
Yeah, he's
There
closing,
was-
he's
there
closing
was
one door by
two
closing both doors.
Okay, what are you gonna do with your? I'll give you that. What are you gonna do with your last action?
I don't want to engage in combat just yet with it on my own, so I how does this work? So
Yeah.
I will also blend into the shadows, and I will, I
Oh
guess,
my God.
hide. Listen, I haven't gotten a chance to use this yet.
Go
In my
ahead.
chat- I don't know how to actually put it.
Darkness is your ally.
Just post it in chat. Whatever it is, post it in chat.
I can't. It doesn't have a post up.
Where is it in your spell sheet?
It's shadow bending in my feet.
Shadow bending. A creature can
But yeah,
attempt to flutter to draw you. You draw the shadows close. So you can also drag and drop it to the chat box like this.
When I do that, it just posts code.
Oh, for me it works.
Oh, no, then
Shadow
mine.
blend.
Yeah. Yes, I will. I will also pull in some shadow around me in stealth.
I think the darkness is your ally. I was born in it, molded by it.
It is on its turn. It is going to.
Yeah, change who you have marked for death. Waste your turn.
Yeah. It actually isn't gonna be aggressive to you. You aren't the cause of its anguish. So it is going to.
Opens the door, grabs the bloom,
Teleport.
pulls the bloom back in.
And teleports behind you. Nothing personal, kid. Just turns you into solid.
It's going to attempt to. It's gonna attempt to seek you. to
Huh?
see if it can even spot you. It
Yeah,
does not
that
spot
would-
you.
Wow.
You managed to shadow out the shadow. As
It
both of
really
it.
It really is that
Don't even
Batman
know what to
scene.
say.
I even have the mask.
Oh, my
you,
fucking
you think darkness is your ally, Sierra?
I will say it also vanishes from you at the same time, V.
Okay.
It vanishes for you from the same time. Ophelia, you see V go in this room and shut the door.
Ah. Ah.
V has created a predicament.
Yeah, he's in a bit of trouble. Probably in a bit of trouble, but I don't know. Fuck, I want to do augury, but that takes 10 minutes and I need material.
Go for, actually, you can go ahead. No, you can cast it. I'll say you can cast it. It's like trying to figure out. It's just instead of doing like 30 minutes in the future, you peak like, you know,
I just want to
1
know
minute.
if something good is going to happen if I go through that door.
Okay. Let me roll a DC flat check. DC, okay. You were trying to explore it, so I can tell you that if you go in that room, then there will be woe.
Ooh, okay. I'm not gonna go in the door. I'm gonna warn everyone else, do not go through that door.
So, what do we just leave you to die?
Terrio, you can use 3
No.
actions to maintain this portcullis. You can drop it on
Say,
Nero.
please maintain it.
I am maintaining it, I guess. Can you go in there and deal with whatever the hell he's dealing with?
I'm gonna try.
Nilo. Also, would either Terrio or Bloom like to shut
Actually,
off their
yeah,
light
literally,
at a free will?
Off light, please, both of you.
You want me to turn off the light?
I did yell no light when I threw him in there.
Fine.
Thank you. Okay. Now let's
You
do
were-
this.
I am blind as fuck.
I'll open this one, I guess. Okay.
Imagine not having night vision, kind of cringe.
V just chilling in there.
If there was an option, I would have taken it by now.
If there was an option, I still would not have taken it by now. I think it's too funny.
Bloom just being the only one without it. Also, yes, I will do the thing. Okay, Nilo, what are you gonna do? There was a shadow in this room.
I know this won't help me. Okay.
Punch it.
Because technically, he'd be used to this unironically. Let's see. Can I try and see if I can find them? Like, perception.
Give me 2 perceptions.
Not one, but just 2.
Sitting there with his nat 1 on freaking, you know, perception. You see this thing. You see it in its full shape and everything. You see, like, you basically see, like, an outline of the shadow within the shadow itself. As you just see what looks to be almost like a void staring back at you in a humanoid-like shape.
This is what I get for having a shadow father and sister.
Maybe
Okay.
you can ask if they're single.
Now.
You also
Oh.
have a shadow demon in your head, in your shield or whatever.
I do actually. Okay. I'm just going to, like, look them dead in the eyes and just be like, I don't want to fight, we just want to get through, dude. Please. And I will try and figure out what to roll for that.
Give me
Because
that.
that's true.
Give me that
Diplomacy?
diplomacy.
Diplomacy. Oh.
that bad, actually. Bloom, give me that D20. Give me that D20 flat check.
Just a wild D20, boom. Well,
That's above a 10.
let's
So
go.
I will take that. Nilo, you also, as you only rolled a 21 on spotting the shadow.
What do you mean? I rolled a
However,
30.
You only rolled a 21 in spotting the shadow. However, who is it? Malfesto sees the shadow with a nat 20.
Okay, I'll take that. That makes sense.
Why do you think you rolled 2 perceptions?
You're right. I'm dumb. I'm sorry.
Like, it's just go to you. Wait, he let me roll 2 perceptions.
Okay. I was just like, I'll do it, okay? I didn't think about it.
You see Malfesto come and appear right out of your shadow as if he is almost, as you just feel like a chill, as almost as part of your own shadow seems to leave your body as Malfesto and this creature seems to face off. And the only thing Malfesto says to this creature is, "Stand down, Seor Fallowglade. They are with Belcoa." And at the sound of that name, he kneels before Malfesto. And to you as well, Nilo, before standing up.
We hear all this, right?
Nope.
Damn it.
You don't know anything about Nilo's secret demon in their wings.
Well,
I
they
would
know
definitely say
of
that we wouldn't be
Malfesto,
warning
just
them.
not
They don't
really.
know.
Open that
Ophelia's
door.
gonna be like knocking frantically on the door, like, Nilo, V, are you all right in there?
Yeah.
Can we
Fine.
come in?
In a second. Malfesto, who is this?
This is, and you kind of see, this is Seor Fallowglade. He was the chief assassin for Belcoa. As anyone creating power has many enemies that wish anyone harm. As anyone, the further you decide to go in power, the more people wish to stop you. This is the chief assassin who, unfortunately, seemed to have made a misfitting end. As last I remember, you were, well, alive, weren't you? You just, like, see, like, a mouth begin to, like, form from the ghostly figure. And it's like, it basically is like, yes. But then, as Velcor managed to fall, I found myself surrounded next to her in that final room, trying to protect her, and I fell. As the chief assassin, it was only my duty to make sure that I fell before she did. So I threw myself into her body, and through that I ended up becoming a shadow, as I stole part of the shadow from Belcora itself, and when I rammed into her before I died, and she gave me part of her energy to make sure that I would be able to stay alive. And now I make sure that people do not defile this floor, as it's the only place I'm end up being bound to after such a fateful death.
That's fair. I'm sorry about my friend's light. I mean, we didn't know that you were in here.
I've been
I
trying
know
to
that probably didn't feel good.
I've been trying to find more, well, help around this floor to make sure that, as I can only be in so many places at once, I've been looking for, well, assistance on this floor. Someone to help keep, well, as much peace as you can get in this godforsaken floor.
Yeah. I would say I have people who could help you, but we're still trying to figure out what their situation is and how to fix it. So
Yes, as I'm able to
I'll
steal the
probably get back
shadows.
on you.
I've always found it as you kind of see him like, as he kind of waves his arms a little bit, you see what looks to be a lot of basically shadows that begin to step out from the walls itself, Nilo, and each of the shadows seems to be of a different race. Some like is a shadow of a dwarf, a shadow of an elf. Basically, shadows of various creatures that seem to almost step out from the wall itself, ready to guard and protect whatever that happened in this room. And instead, they all just kind of end up kneeling once. Yes, this sadly the downside is, well, they go on living without a shadow, but I'm able to find the help I need here, and that at the end of the day is what Valcor would have wanted.
Yeah.
Where the heck did
Yeah.
Turiel go? Move up.
I
Oh,
fucking died because my browser died.
roll me that
My
athletics
browser-
check.
Whenever I click on that XP box, I think it did it last time too. It just causes my browser to commit Sudoku.
I mean, the XP doesn't actually matter.
Yeah.
We level up specific times after sessions,
Yeah,
anyways. Like
I
after this
will-
one,
Yeah, I
or
Let me use a different browser. I think it's just because
Yep.
of the browser I'm using.
So, yeah, I think this, he says, I will continue watching over to make sure this floor is not defiled, to where my shadows can't exactly clean and tidy. They can at least
Yeah.
make sure that no bandits end up causing more trouble than they're worth.
that's reasonable.
There is
Be
one.
cautious. There is.
There is one outside, I can tell you that. He likes to stay and watch the exit. I don't know what he seems to be waiting for, but he is one of the marshals of the arena here. One of the humans' head honchos, I think they call him. They seem to praise his name. He seems to be an excellent fighter, specializing in this tactful whip, as he calls it. I personally
I
have
don't
never
like
been a
that.
fan.
Oh,
Uh,
what?
You don't hear this. You're fine.
I don't. Door's open. Someone open the damn door.
Now.
Nilo's just like
Oh.
holding the door
Dropping the
closed.
goddamn-
Ophelia's not opening it until she gets the signal that it's okay.
I'm just gonna.
Yeah, you got a very woe feeling from this room if you were like.
Bloom just
gonna-
walks away.
They can
No.
just gonna kick that goddamn door open like it's.
Nilo, you see Malfesto give a small bow and then return back underneath your wing. As you feel as if your shadow has gained in size, as it was somehow lost before, and now it's rejoined.
I doubt it, but has the dude been like feeding on my shadow? I don't think that's a thing, but like.
Roll the d20.
I said roll. It might not roll.
I think let me double check. I think the server might have lagged out.
Is that what
Yeah.
happened?
Yeah, I think the server actually just lagged out. We were just
It
playing
wasn't
Theater
just
of the
me.
Mind.
Okay, all right.
It's your
I'm
fault.
Yeah.
It's your fault.
I'm
gonna
way ahead of
reload.
my time.
I'm gonna reload the application. But yeah. Nilo, what do you think? Give me an intelligent response.
Honestly,
think?
I've. Dude's a shadow dude, so it would make sense. But Nilo would be like half and half on it. It's like it's possible it'd be like a little bit here and there, but at the same time, it would make sense that Nilo got used to him being there, so him leaving would be weird. It's like we got him like second session essentially. Second or third session.
Did you ever question whether vampires have shadows in the first place?
I want to say Nilo does though, so shut up.
Sometimes vampires don't actually have shadows.
Yeah, I know. But I
But
also
yes.
I would think I would think he would.
Do you have a reflection in the mirror?
Let me go ahead.
I would also think he would. The thing is that certain things I feel like
I'm refreshing, by
just-
the way. I'm gonna refresh the
You're
game.
playing
to
around
him
with water.
myths.
Fresh.
Yeah, let me actually close it out and open it back up again. We'll just play Theater of the Mind for a second. Yeah, so you go, Malfesto returns to your shadow. You feel your shadow is at least, you feel the shadow is bigger than it was without him, but whether he is causing more shadows to appear, or whether you were lacking a shadow before, you are unsure.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
And with that, he says, now if you please tell your companion to not shed light in this room. I've managed to keep so many issues with the light. It harms my minions that I've accumulated over the many centuries.
A lot of time has
Yeah.
passed. I would
I
definitely
was
have
gonna say,
opened the door beforehand.
It's like, yeah, I'll let them in. I'll make sure they don't use light.
You just see all the shadows begin to blend against the wall to where all of the shadows seem to be just vanished as they seem to retreat into the walls themselves, meshing as you see little black tendrils go from the room. It's like little tiny pockets of pure nothingness and void. Seems to be almost transparent voidness seems to stretch out in tendrils across the room, going underneath the doors and escaping out the room, and some you're not even sure if it's still there or not.
Dang it, I forgot to ask which way we had to go.
Otori was gonna tell you it's just straight down that path. You just keep going out the door.
But there's another door. Okay, I guess just
To
keep
get
going straight.
out,
Okay,
get out, yeah.
okay, that's fine.
And secretly, it's Gaston again.
Yeah. Also, you're gonna have to fix the stream too whenever
Yeah,
everything is up.
Thank you for.
I was just saying, yeah.
Thank you for reminding. Everyone should be able to load back in now.
I'm in the
Ooh.
process of loading back in. I'm just not there.
Yep, and I'll put you all in the next scene too, assuming that you all are gonna go out the door.
I'm just crying as I'm
Yeah.
trying to load in. Tears. I think it's that XP box thing. I don't know why.
Click on
Swear this
XP box, crash the entire system.
I
Don't click on the
think
XP box.
It's all your fault.
It's not my fault.
Totally is.
I didn't install the module.
What module? I have 115.
That probably is why.
Which one?
There's one.
That's one of several. It's not. It's not that. I know.
It's like your mod is the yeah, your mod is the problem. Which one? The bone golem just yeets himself in the room. Nilo. So you see in the central octagonal room, it's flanked on the north and south by single iron doors, each with a narrow viewing port and arrow slits. The stone double door to the east features an emblazoned carving of a dripping skull, its mouth stuffed with weeds. An emblazoned carving of a dripping skull, its mouth stuffed with weeds. Okay, the western double door is made of iron, pitted with rust. Why is there a weed door? Why the weed door?
Weed. Yo. Sadly,
So,
there's like
so
3 of
you,
them, but like, I got that 20.
yeah, you say, you basically, Malfesto mentions in very passing to you, he says, this was the area that was a gateway for the scouts to go out into the world. It is a egress point, if you will, for the well-trained champions. The double doors to the west led a passage to the end of a cave-in, but, well, I'm pretty sure we managed to clear that whenever we first started here. And now there's just a secret door that's over here, as we managed to find and hide away in the rock's cliff. But it looks like some people have found their way into it and dug it out. He says, you hear the shadow mention that, if you're thinking about going in the rooms, don't bother. They've already been looted out very fervently. Though, the bedroom of mine is hidden, and I'd prefer it not to be found.
I mean, I wouldn't find it on purpose. That wouldn't be my goal. But I do understand that. I mean, for now, we should probably just keep going.
I'm just waiting for it to load.
What exactly is your relation with Belcora? I trust Malfesto is the highest servant to her herself. But what exactly is your role?
Honestly, still figuring that out. The only reason that, which I did explain to Malfesto before he, joined me.
Joined you.
I mean,
yes.
essentially, yes. He's literally under my wing. He joined me.
Is there any particular reason why? Have you ever thought about that? Maybe it's
The reason why Malfesto joined me originally was because I told him that, which is true, we are here to figure out more about this place. But at the time when I talked to Malfesto, I kind of rolled around in Belcora's magic because I didn't know what it was. And it was sort of like catnip to me, if that makes any sense.
Sounds like a terrible idea, to be honest.
You see...
Yeah.
So what exactly is your relation to Belcora?
Right.
Well,
Malfesto, how did you meet Malfesto, by the way?
That's how I met Malfesto. That was literally, I rolled around in Belcora's magic. Malfesto was going to attack me, recognized the magic. I explained the situation of, we're here to figure out what's going on in this tower, to make a actual decision on what to do. And Malfesto is just like, if she's dead, I'll just join you since you have her magic. But I'm also trying to figure out what's going on, and in the process, we will probably end up finding whether or not she's dead.
Malfesto is always with you, right?
Malfesto has been with me since probably the second or third day we came into this lighthouse.
That's an accurate assessment.
Yeah.
Wait, so are we all able to go in now?
Yep. Well, Bloom, I don't know.
Because the game's paused, but...
Oh, is it? There we go. Now it should be unpaused.
Yeah, it's on pause now.
So, what do you tell him specifically? Like, you just accidentally.
Okay, so sort of. Okay, so honestly, right now, I'm not against her. I can say that much. I'm not against her, but I'm trying to figure out what's actually going on with this lighthouse.
So
You see him vanish from the room, and he reappears in the room a few moments later and hands you a hat, Nilo.
A hat?
I may have accidentally just given it to Bone Gladiator.
Do you need me
He
to
gives
move
the
up here
Bone
so I can-
Gladiator a hat. No.
I'll move up here so I can.
Hold on,
there's
so
one of 5 pieces of clothing he needs.
there we go. He says, just in case your friend's getting an idea of looting the room, it's the only thing of actual value in the room, and if you're with Belcor, door is better your hands than anyone else.
I appreciate that.
Now, please, if you see any bedrooms in this area, just stay out, please.
I was gonna say I won't mess with it. The only reason I've only been in one bedroom, and that was Malfesto's, and that was because other people were in there, and I asked Malfesto if he wanted me to kill them, and we did. So
Yep, and now
mean,
you can.
I asked
now,
for murder, and I was given it.
yes, actually.
And now he says, and if you're wondering, the doors to the rest are unlocked. The heroes like to banter about through here to the arena. I personally just like watching them die for sport.
I mean, honestly, you do you. I support it.
Fades
Yeah.
back out.
I'm sorry for the light, though.
He fades back out, giving a strong glare at Bloom. Whenever Bloom walks in.
I was gonna say, Bloom can backpack if you
I'll
want.
say, Ophelia is back with Bloom, so she's gonna kneel down to Bloom and say, "Little one, would you like to ride on my back?"
Bloom squints her eyes. I don't know. Proceeds to walk the wrong direction.
Bloom.
Oh,
Bloom.
nope, we're up, wrong way. Sorry.
Doors
Just take
closed,
my
but
hand.
no-
Just take my hand.
Bloom
Okay.
can walk through just fine. Bloom is a small
So-
creature.
Yeah.
Ophelia couldn't reach Bloom if they did do that.
Yeah,
Because-
Bloom just walks off on their own.
I would say,
Bloom-
just remember, close
Bloom
doors behind
stares
you.
the wrong direction down. I don't
Bloom
know
walks
about it.
down.
Proceeds to walk out the wrong direction. Wrong way.
turns out the
Oh,
light,
my bad.
sees some horrendous monster that's like dripping with like saliva, just looking
Nice.
at Bloom.
Now that I think about it, can you even see Teriel?
I can see you barely.
There was
Do you
no.
wanna-
My hand as well.
Do you want to hold on to me so you can keep going?
There was no light cast in this room at all. There wasn't
I-
a single torch.
That's why I'm asking.
Yeah.
I
It's like,
decline the offer, but thank you.
And then he walks.
I'm just
into the
gonna.
I
Exactly.
can't open the door though.
wall.
I was gonna say, it's like I can't. Honestly, I'm just going to walk beside you anyways, and just keep my wing out so you don't like accidentally run into something.
As long as there's
Here we go. You make it through the door. There actually isn't anything. So you see through this, the cave is only about, about an hour outside of the town. Just to, you figure like this is a little bit of a cave. So there's dripping water, mineral tangs in the air, broken crates, moldy bedding, and old campfires seem to be littering the cave as you kind of see like little dugouts. The forgotten clothes and other debris suggest the cave occasionally is used but rarely cleaned. A cold campfire surrounded by logs sit at the cave's center. Faint smells of mildew and smoke hang in the still air.
I do say that we should probably get him some armor that isn't bones. That way he looks more terrifying on the battlefield. Oh, there we are, loading the next scene.
And I'll have to place everyone's tokens there, so before you say I can't see...
I can't see.
Yeah, that bone golem is going to take some time to get through this.
I just imagine that he just falls apart, rolling through.
Nilo and V. Whoops. There you go. You all make your way. It's the bone golem. He a coming. He just a coming real slow, like. As you see what looks to be almost like a false gate or false rock wall at the end.
Alright, can I turn on the light here? Because I actually can't see anything now. I can barely see your outlines again.
Are you asking the group?
Yeah, I'm asking y'all. Hello?
I hear you.
Hmm.
I can't turn on any light.
I'm just gonna turn on the light here. So if there's anything,
Oh.
that's-
Wait, I have a thing.
I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure if you turn on a light now, it'd be sort of okay.
okay,
It's
just
just-
want to make sure.
Yeah,
Don't cause any problems.
I mean, worst case scenario, turn it back off if there's a problem.
Bloom like searches through her bag really quickly. Here you go.
You know, it would be a terrible time if there was like ghosts in the wall and they started attacking us through the walls and we couldn't fight back.
Tariel,
Yep.
potion.
I'm not gonna waste that. I have this.
It's not a waste if it helps us get this dealt with.
We'll just
I have it.
You're at the end of the cave right now. You're at the end of the cave right now, though. Like you already told you this is the end of the cave. The other side is the outside.
Well, then let's just wander our happy little booties on through.
Yep. I was letting who's opening the door.
Well, V's in the way. I'll move.
I was say, I guess
through.
me.
I had to move everyone, so you can move after.
I can't even see the door right now, apparently.
In here.
Yeah.
We can't see over there.
Can you
There's a-
see? Do you see the
No
door?
door.
Oh,
No,
there you go.
it was hidden. A hidden door. Also, who the fuck is that guy?
You open up the door, and you see a man eating dried fish. As this begins to crumble, you see this man quickly grab for his whip. He seems to be some sort of adventurer. He says, "You'll never take my whip and me alive at the same time." And he cracks
We
the
aren't here
whip.
for you or your whip, dude.
I
Calm
suggest that you
down.
don't do that.
I am Carmen Belmont, and I will not stand here and let you take this whip from me.
A Belmont.
We don't
Did
want
you not
your
hear me?
whip. We don't want your whip. We're just passing through.
Glares at you. And how could I know you're not going to try stealing the whip when me, Carmen Belmont, turns my back on you?
I swear to God. I
Because
promised
we
you.
aren't assholes.
I need you to trust me and trust us.
Give me that diplomacy check, Ophelia. See if you can calm him down.
Diplomacy plus 13, motherfuckers. Let's go.
You kind of talk to him, and he's like, "Huh." And here I thought stealing this was gonna cause me actual trouble. I guess I managed to
You stole it.
get a little bit lucky.
Wait,
Gonna-
you stole it?
From who?
Time out.
Powerful.
Pause. Rewind.
You
I was gonna say.
Dial back.
What?
What did you do?
You said you weren't gonna take the whip from me, I thought.
I'm
No one
not
said
gonna
they
I
were.
wasn't saying I was taking it. I was just saying. What you mean you stole it?
Well, there
You
was
stole it,
I'll just say there was an unsavory fellow who I managed to acquire it off of.
Right. If
Kind
he's
of gives a
lying,
crack. You,
I don't see how this is any of our concern.
I would like to know if he's lying. Actually.
I like the system in like sense motive or something like that.
Yeah. So,
It's
Give the lie
basically
to me.
perception. It's
I believe that
perception,
he
but
rolls
it's-
against he rolls against our DC, right? If he is, or not.
I think it's a
secretly.
rollies.
And I do have lie to me, so he actually has to do it against my deception.
What do I do? What do I do? Anything to aid him? Hold on.
How are you gonna aid him?
Well, I'm gonna join him in on his questions.
Well, if you have a good perception DC, it just depends if you pick up anything.
Ew.
If we don't,
The only, like,
fine.
you know, who's the best perception? Yes,
you don't roll. It's just versus your
He
DC.
rolls.
Yeah.
It's an aid. He does roll. It's an aid check.
Oh, he's aiding.
Yeah. He's aiding you. He's actually trying to help you.
Let me double check what the hell. I don't know everything. It's sense motive, or is it?
You're good. It's basically going to give a negative penalty. So, he rolled, and he seems to be telling the truth, actually. He managed to steal it. He says that he took it from someone who was basically very evil.
Oh, okay. And what is with the whip, anyways?
Well,
That's also his perceptive of evil, though.
you also gotta
Yeah,
keep in
that's-
mind, deception also is like, if if someone's really dumb, are they deceiving you, or are they just dumb?
Yeah.
He says, well, I stuck it, there was this guy that we were fighting, and well, is it stealing if the other person dies? I haven't really decided that yet.
I was
I
say, if
think
that's
you're
the
the one
case,
that
then
decides
we
that,
are no
but
better,
that is
so
a
we have
gray
nothing.
area.
I would say yes. Well,
That's a good question.
they're not exactly using it, so
have
I
we
don't
killed,
believe
actually,
there's
if
anything
anything?
for us.
How
to worry
many
about.
items are in y'all's inventory? Who would like thee without sin to cast the first stone on this man?
I don't have any sin yet.
It's
Hey,
not
That is
killing.
true.
give it
Who
to
would
me.
like to talk to this man about looting corpses? Who would like to be the one to
I
reprimand this
didn't
man?
say anything.
Alright, it's not killing that they're already dead, first of all.
Ophelia
Second
can
of
do it,
all.
but she don't give a shit.
Yes, it was me and my I am the fighter. We were in the arena down there below. This guy named Victor, and I took him on, bare chested and nothing more than a single sword, and I bested
what-
him and took
and
his
what's with
whip.
it?
Well, it was his whip, and even though it didn't
Okay.
best to me, it definitely has a nice touch to it. And you see like this whip, and like it completely is covered in like thorns with every inch of it, or like even a single like wraparound. You feel like it could prick inches deep into your skin if you managed to grab you with it.
So, you're telling me that you bested a man, right? That was using that whip. And you're going to be using that whip?
And the
though it
sword.
failed the other man?
You see him like hold the sword and the whip at the same time. Now I have two weapons. This will be fantastic for the Belmont's name.
Oh my god.
I have a question. What do I know about Belmonts?
For me, a society.
What do I metagaming know about the Belmonts versus
Give me a society
I
check.
am not trained in
Nilo?
society.
I recommend you no longer be here.
I will leave.
Can you tell me
Understood.
more about these Belmonts? I've never heard of them before.
Yes, well, I heard about this
Hide
tower,
in a corner.
and I heard about the undead here, and anytime undead are around, you always see vampires. And see, it was once long ago, a vampire killed my own family, so now I hunt vampires. He seems very, like,
I
intently
understand now.
focused at you
Is this
and
Simon?
V.
Yes, I see. Very much so. Vampires. Very much bad.
Mhm.
And I see,
Yeah,
one thing with my
yeah.
parents is my parents got too close to the vampire. That was the issue. If the vampire gets real close to you, they can eat you. And once they turn you into a vampire, that's why I have this whip to keep them at a range, so I can strike them with my sword if they get too close, but hit them with my whip until they end up before they get too close. It's the perfect counter to a vampire.
I don't like
I
this dude.
suppose?
Is there something special about the whip other than being
No!
a whip? I'm going to create a diversion.
Go ahead and create that diversion.
I
Which
like
is me
aid-
talking to him.
Can I aid Tyrael in making a
Yes.
diversion in a way? Okay.
Yes.
Let's see what the hell is
Nilo,
that.
the
Yeah,
one
that-
stealthy character's like, oh no,
That's
so.
Distracting.
Who's so
word,
what?
Gesture or trick.
You-
We'll use
you are-
distracting.
You are, this guy has an intelligence of 0, by the way, even though he's CL6. He has an intelligence of +0. And he has
It's
a
just the fact that I tripped on my way here. That's what happened.
and he also has a wisdom of +0 and an intelligence of +0.
Oh shit, there goes my whip sword. Oh fuck, I dropped it.
Oh no.
Oh no.
What is that? As he turns around, and as you turn around, Ophelia, also give me that deception check for me. Give me a deception. Yeah, give me a deception check. You want to use a hero point on that?
Yes,
could-
I don't want to get in another fight right now.
Yeah, just give me a hero point on that. Give me a
I don't feel
deception.
like killing a bell.
You just- Yeah, just
Hero
reroll.
point.
Yeah,
There we go.
there you go. Both of you combined as he kind of turns around, it's like, I'm pretty sure I smelled a vampire. Who's the vampire? And like you just say, and like you just see Ophelia like just slightly for some reason the chill just kind of comes over the guy, and like he seems to be like, and that's when I told you to see the vampire, and you kind of see him like as if he is like his body just kind of like stops, freezes, and he goes back to turn to you like Teriel. And he's like, and that's why you have to use this whip in order to keep the vampire at range. You use the sword to stab them if they get too close, and the whip to keep them from getting too close as well.
Maybe you would like to see my weapon then. It is a whip and a sword at the same time.
Fantastic news. He'll go in to investigate your whip sword.
This is just
And
how
then
he's...
watch Ariel, he's gonna fight you for your fucking whip sword now.
I mean, if he wants to fight me for it, we can fight for it.
The bone golem
not
finally
going to
makes his way
He's just...
outside. As you just hear the shattering, like the rambling of bones. Cigar, the fellow champion of the arena, what are you doing out here? I didn't think you would ever come out to see the light of day. Have you come to challenge the world with me as well? As you see Tori's like, yes, and I must go find more worthy champions in the village. You stay here and keep watch of the entrance. Make sure no untasty vampires get inside. This is very well, Lotori. Have fun in the city. It's been such a joy in the city lately.
I crashed again. Unless we're loading a new scene.
Everyone else is good. It's like, yeah, Lotori, go say hi to the mayor for me. She's been itching, I'm sure, to say ya. I'm sure no one has seen you for 500 years. Bone Golem just starts to leave. Nilo, would you like to hide in front of the Bone Golem as he's making his way out with his
Please.
large size?
I was gonna say, if you want to move me, then
There you go. You
that
just
way
see,
I don't have to like try and move.
yeah, the Bone
Both me and
Golem.
Blue.
The Bone Golem just goes and starts to lead out as V. You just kind of see like a very faint glimpse of like a wing between like the rib cage of the Bone Gladiator as he manages to leave the exit.
I just have a feeling that like Nilo hiding in reality is like, you know how like cats think they're hiding but they're like tails out? That
And with that, you manage to escape the ire of Carmen Belmont. So he may live
why
to
didn't
fight
you tell me there was a
another day.
vampire hunter here, man?
I like how you're talking about you being a vampire hunter right before all this shit.
Why?
Oh.
Belmont's added to Lore of World. Yes, me and my siblings have been very gracious in combat the past few years. Be on the lookout for the name Belmont.
Not that it matters about
Oh, we
Desert Crash
will.
for you.
Oh, we will, and we will avoid.
Not very perceptive. They're not very perceptive or smart.
I feel like it's very insulting of them, if anything. I think it'll
That
be-
you do manage.
I do not know Carmen Belmont, but I do know Metavice. That's the other Belmont. Is very smart, very strong.
This is Carmen Belmont.
I have no clue who the fucking Carmen Belmont is.
Why do you think he didn't get inside the games?
No,
Is it? I thought
fucking
Carmen
God.
was uncle.
No, this is literally just like I just renamed their last name. It's literally just just the NPC of the area. I just renamed their last name Belmont.
You just
because of
gave
how
him
they
Belmont.
looked. Yeah,
Well, now you're just like, yeah, they're a Belmont.
it looked like a Belmont.
Totally.
Just like
You look like a Belmont. The fuck's that supposed to mean?
You drink like one too.
You look like you like sparkle. You look like you like glitter stamps. Fuck that's supposed to mean?
There we go. Ah, back finally. Liberation.
managed to make your way back to town. There's the session will be ending soon. You managed to make your way back to town. And with that, the bone golem is slowly. So how is the bone golem approaching town? Does he like hide behind a tree? You know, does he hide behind a tree before you talk to them?
We're just gonna go stomp straight.
I mean, honestly, I kind of wanted him to like chill out like somewhere like here. Just like, what do you mean? No.
In the graveyard?
I think it would be a great time to just go ahead and introduce Otari to Otari.
I'd rather do it cautiously.
I feel like
Technically,
him
apparently,
hiding around would be a mistake.
so this is the
he would be
gauntlet keep.
safer in Otari.
So this is technically the lighthouse up here to the top left. That's
Yeah, it
actually
is.
the lighthouse. So technically, y'all coming out of here.
Yeah. But yeah, no, it's like, leave him, like, on the path, in the forest right now.
No,
I will-
because if we leave him here, and if people get the wrong idea, they're gonna start getting pitchforks and torches.
But it's also better to talk before we just bring in a dude.
We could just
I do
bring in a
agree.
dude.
I think people are just as likely to panic and bring out their pitchforks if he approaches, versus if we take a more subtle approach.
I think it wouldn't even matter too much at that point. I think it's better just to rip the bandage off before we go ahead and just let the wound
Don't
fester.
risk him being destroyed by panicked villagers.
It's not. I'm looking at this guy. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think he's gonna get destroyed by a bunch of panicked villagers.
That's not the point.
That is also a very fair assessment. He is a CR7.
It's
He
not
almost
a
one-shot
situation
Nilo.
of like.
I'm pretty
yeah.
sure
It's
if there's
not a
any character
situation.
that can actually, if there's any person, any individual that could actually scratch him, I would be very surprised.
He has an AC of 24. I'm pretty sure the peasants have like a +7 to hit.
Eventually they'll hit. Maybe. How much damage will they do? Is a real question.
Let me see if this guy has
think so.
resistances. He does have slashing and piercing resistance, which would be a pitchfork.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want, you can just stay here with him.
Sure. Just don't leave me waiting too long.
I'm interested
I
to
won't.
see. I am going to make you have an in-depth conversation roleplay with this bone guardian now.
Oh boy. Alright. So, Otari, what did you do before you came to Otari?
And that's whenever and then they continue on to talk as everyone else goes back to town.
Alright.
You
That's
pass
where we're
by.
ending off?
You pass by the door, so you always have to leave on a bigger cliffhanger than that. Nilo. Speaking of pitchforks and everything,
Mhm.
Oh no! Are you serious right now?
nah. So you make your way to the Otoi market, and in the Otoi market, you see, even though it is almost like the dead of night, you see what looks to be a scene of both Madam Yin and the mayor lady, which I know fast. They seem to be in the town square. Here it is. I think it was this person. Yeah, this person and Madam Yin. I forgot to make her a token.
That's fine.
You see them standing on a what looks to be just like basically like a platform-esque kind of thing, as they seem to be talking to the townsfolk. Because basically, as everything's been rushed, she says that she has an announcement that she needs to make to the town along with the mayor, as one being the leader in shadows and the other being leader in the light. And they say to everyone, knowing that a certain individual is going to be back at the inn tonight in order to deliver a certain thing, she says, as you're gonna see, the mayor's beginning to kind of talk in the mayor voice, and then Yin comes in and says, I have all of it under control. I will make sure the new soldiers find their place outside the towns, not inside the home of everyone. And in order to make sure we actually have one of the kingdom's finest to actually lead us, to make sure that the guards are kept in place. And I would like to present all of you to only the finest, the best, the most influential figure to keep us in check, the new commander of the new army. And I present to you Nilo. Nilo, and then the last name, which I forget. This is Nilo. Why did you come to the town and tell everyone, as you are the prince of one of the kingdoms in this alliance that they have created, and you can tell everyone how you're going to be in charge and keep the guards in check. And with that, the session ends.
I really wish I was over there, to be honest. Because if we were about keeping guards in check.
Nilo, that'll be a fun way to start a recap of next session.
Yeah. I'll be fine. I'll be fine.
You can prep
At
your
least
speech.
he's giving you time to think of something, yeah.
Yeah. But I also am really bad at thinking of something.
I'm Nilo. Hi.
Yeah,
it's
essentially.
much
Just like...
relational. Keep in
One's
mind. Go ahead.
Just the generic, I will do everything in my power to make it to where everything is okay. Like, that is essentially what's going to happen.
Oddly
Bloom's
enough,
just standing on the
those
beach ready
words-
to hydro pump the entire ocean if needed.
Oddly enough, that probably was, considering half of them are probably like literal lumberjacks and sheep farmers, you know? It's like,
Yeah.
if you want a thing, I can get you that thing. Yeah! Yeah! Was that like Simpsons meme? It's like, I'm gonna take the things you like and do them. Oh my gosh, I love him!
Right.